had its share of great releases in the past, and we re-interested in one of their more hyped-up Microsoft-exclusive video game titles, Scalebound. This is an action role-playing video game that has set in a modern fantasy world. Players will be taking the role of a protagonist named Drew and a dragon named Ivan. It's revealed that within this world, the two are connected, and as such, both characters will die if either Drew or Ivan's life comes to an end.
Shenmue was a popular franchise when it first launched into the market for the Sega Dreamcast. The series was set to have several installments to fully unveil the narrative story. However, due to the development cost, the Shenmue series was ultimately shelved after its second installment. That was until E3 2015 when Shenmue III was officially unveiled with a Kickstarter hoping to reach a goal of $2 million USD. Fans could flock to the campaign faster as the goal was accomplished in just 8 hours, with the total campaign reaching just over $6 million USD. From what we know so far about Shenmue III is that the title will follow the events of Shenmue III with Miyazaki seeking out his father.
Mass Effect Andromeda is the next generation of action RPG.
The next installment of the Mass Effect franchise will be launching during the second quarter of 2017. From what we know so far,
brand new epic sci-fi adventure set in a vast explorable galaxy.
Mass Effect 3, set within the Andromeda galaxy.
You are the Pathfinder, part explorer, part soldier, part guide, and it's your mission to find a new home for humanity.
That is in charge of discovering the planets for the human species to colonize.
But in Andromeda, resources are scarce, worlds are hazardous or outright uninhabitable. Every planet has its own story. On this one, warring outlaw factions fight over every available scrap. You can make new allies or enemies. The choice is yours.
Not too shabby for folk who got kicked off the station with nothing to show for it.
All I see is the trail of bodies they left behind. Sam, tell me about Sloane Kelly.
Before joining the initiative as head of Nexus Security, Miss Kelly served in the Alliance with a nearly spotless record.
Nearly?
She was involved in multiple altercations with other officers.
A hothead. Great.
What brings a Pathfinder to our humble port?
Venturev. Name ring any bells?
What's he to you? And don't lie to me.
Just point me to where you're holding him and there won't be any trouble.
There won't be.
Drop it! Now! You first.
Get out, or I'll put you down.
These worlds are big, so for the sake of time, we're going to speed up our adventure. There are many paths to follow on this planet, and you'll need everything at your disposal to survive. Whether it's a 6-wheel drive Nomad, which protects you from hazards.
Development team Dontnod Entertainment really gained mass exposure for their Life is Strange video game release. Now the studio has taken a much darker tone for their next ep, Vampyr. This is a title that is set during the 1918 London Spanish flu pandemic. Players will take the role of a doctor named Jonathan Reed who happens to be a vampire. Jonathan is fighting his own inner demons that attacks his sworn Hippocratic oath as he must feed on the blood of humans in order to survive. Similar to Life is Strange, it appears that Vampyr will present players with a variety of choices and dialogue options that will likely steer the narrative overall. However, unlike Life is Strange, this is an action role-playing video game where players can battle enemies rather than focusing on communication and choices to progress the campaign story.
See those bite marks? The flu didn't do this.
There's a vampire at work here that needs killing.
Easy, Billy boy. This corpse is drained dry. Whoever did this is long gone.
Bloody leeches. I'll cut down the first one to show his face.
Horizon Zero Dawn will mark as the first hit developed by Guerrilla Games since their release of Killzone in 2004. This is an action role-playing video game title that is set 1,000 years into the future. Mankind has mysteriously fallen, which is only a shell of a once thriving society. Now only small tribal groups remain with giant mechanical beasts that run the world openly. The plot will revolve around a female hunter named Aloy who sets out on the journey to explore the open world, meet with other tribes, and potentially learn of the reason mankind fell to begin with.
It's not gonna wait. Come on. Nearly there.
The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild will mark as the 19th main installment to the Legend of Zelda franchise. This time around, players will be placed in a large open-world environment with the ability to play through the game's dungeons in any order. Within The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, players will take on the role of Link after he awakens from a deep slumber that lasted 100 years. A mysterious voice alerts Link to reach a ruined kingdom known as Hyrule, where he will learn of Calamity Ganon, the antagonist who had previously destroyed Hyrule, though, during the process, he had trapped himself within the kingdom. Ultimately, Link will have to train and prepare for a battle against Calamity Ganon before he escapes and destroys the world.
just see lights. I see lives, Agent, burning with hope for a better future.
Nearly a decade
But
after
what
the release
happens
of
when
Crackdown
evil
3,
comes
Agent
out of the
Games is bringing
shadows?
out the third installment, Crackdown 3.
We do
The
what we
video game
always
doesn't
do.
have too many details available quite
We
yet, but we
go
do know
to
that there
work.
is a big emphasis on destruction. Players will be able to destroy practically anything within the
The
video
team
game
at
thanks to
Reagent
a
Games is
Microsoft
producing
cloud
a
computing
revolutionary
platform
new
known as
multiplayer
Microsoft
experience
Azure.
using 100% destructible environments. By connecting to the Microsoft Cloud, play with 20 times the computational power of your Xbox One and experience unrelenting destruction and mayhem. It's not just what you can do with a gun. It's the opportunities you can create with destruction.
So far there is nothing we know officially about Red Dead Redemption 2 other than Rockstar Games is currently working on the third entry to the Red Dead series. With Red Dead Redemption being a critically acclaimed hit and fans eager to continue with the Grand Theft Auto-style gunplay set in the Old West, Rockstar Games isn't revealing just what all they have planned for their next entry quite yet. One thing is for sure, we certainly hope that Red Dead Redemption 2 will at least offer PC gamers a chance to pick up the video game installment along with new towns and locations to explore during our journey.